Hey everybody, I'm Creed, and this is Creed Saturday Morning, episode 28. And today what I'm working on is Enoch from Over the Garden Wall. Now, there are going to be spoilers about this episode, so make sure you see Over the Garden Wall before you watch the rest. So for anybody who hasn't seen Over the Garden Wall, like I said, you should, but if you're not going to anyway, it's about two boys lost in a strange, surreal place. It has really thick atmosphere. It's a very unique show with a very unique design to it. And there's a lot of really surreal stuff. There's strange creatures and talking animals. It's a really weird landscape they're lost in. So the episode that I drew this guy from it's episode 2. It's called Hard Times at the Huskin Bee. And basically the brothers wander into what they think they're like, oh, great civilization. They get to a town, the town of Pottsfield. And they sort of interrupt what looks like some kind of festival. And everybody's dressed as pumpkin people. So they all have pumpkins on their heads. And the first thing I noticed is the creepy way they do the sound is like the voice is coming from underneath a pumpkin. It's very cool. So the boys kind of interrupt what the town was doing, and their mayor is Enoch, and he's giant, and he's a pumpkin with basically just looks like vines. His body's sort of the same as Aki from the Snorks. It's just a pile of tentacles. He's not even the villain of the show, but he just left an impression with me. Plus, he's really super Halloween-y, which it's a bit of a spoiler to say this show is more or less a Halloween special. It's just very subtle about it. I just love the design of Enoch and his voice. I was trying to figure out what makes it so creepy, and I think what it is, he sounds like Sugar Bear to me, but like a creepy, very calm, very calculating Sugar Bear. So for interrupting the festival, Enoch basically puts sentence upon the guys, and they're like, oh no, what's gonna, and they're just like, oh, it's a few hours of hard work. Okay. So then there's a kind of a montage, and the boys are picking pumpkins and fixing stuff, and then they're digging. And now there's spoilers here because this is only an 11-minute episode. This series is from 2014, and it's 10 parts, and each one's 11 minutes. And it's won awards. Like, it's an amazing must-see kind of a show. So while the boys are digging, what they come across are skeletons, but they're animated skeletons. And then the skeleton starts to dress up like one of the people, and you realize the whole town is skeletons dressed as pumpkin people. That's so creepy. And it doesn't show what Enoch is. I don't think he's a giant skeleton. I don't know. That's really creepy to think about. He kind of could be anything. Now, Enoch's voice, interestingly enough, is done by Chris Isaac, the musician. And after that revelation of the skeleton thing, the boys kind of make sure to try to get out of town real quick. And then they're off on their journey again into some more surreal stuff in the next episode. But I really had to draw Enoch. He's just so awesome, and he's sort of a villain, but he's more scary than actually doing anything to anybody. And I think it's just his size and his super creepy calm voice, and you know that he has a pumpkin head. But I really love this show, and I will be drawing more from it. And actually, I've already done sort of a mashup that involved Over the Garden Wall, and at the end here, I'm gonna use this piece for Enoch in the two different pieces. I'm going to put it in with my mashup of Thugs on Film and Over the Garden Wall, and you'll see that when I put it up at the end. And I'm also just going to use it as one of my next villain. And Enoch is villain number 92 in my gallery of 100 cartoon villains. So we're getting real close to the end, and it's getting pretty cool. So this has been Enoch from Over the Garden Wall, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you've enjoyed that show, because I can't recommend it more. It's excellent. So I've got a lot more cool art in the works. Stay tuned for that, and until then, take her easy.